displayed in the cockpit depending on the speed of the aircraft and takes into account the thrust of the engine and other factors such as the amount of rainfall, etc. No more add-ons for rain effects here. Fog, another one that we've all been missing. I've never seen fog on a flight simulator before. For the first time ever, you will see rain shafts extending from a cloud. I've never seen this before in a flight simulator either. It's just insane. The water is absolutely beautifully rendered and its swell increases with the wind just like in real life. And due to the atmospheric engine, it will change colour according to the environment and day or night. The clouds will have realistic formation patterns and shape, and for the first time have smooth volumeric effects when transitioning in and out of them. Clouds also affect the light and cast shadows in each other as well as the ground. Also, if you don't want the real life weather and you want your own custom weather, you can change it on the fly. That's to say, there's no loading time. This actually changes as you want it. As you change the sliders from the menu, you will see the weather change to your liking before your eyes. I feel that this is certainly the most comprehensive weather engine ever made for a home PC, but from a professional point of view, I have to say that the entire simulation experience will be changed forever with such realistic reproduction of the weather in a flight simulator. I will be making many Flight Simulator 2020 videos on dangerous weather conditions for YouTube flight simmers, including tutorials, eye candy videos and adventures, so subscribe now for the madness with me when Microsoft 2020 comes out. I digress once again. Number 5, the world. Well, what do I mean about the world? Well, I mean to say the world we are presented with within Microsoft Flight Simulator, as in the airports, animated wildlife, animated people, seasons, air traffic control, live air traffic and multiplayer capabilities. As you know, the whole world is presented geographically accurately with the use of Bing Maps and other technologies, so look forward to flying over your local area. In any case, we have seen many airports already from the Feature Discovery series to know that the airports that they have modelled are absolutely stunningly fantastic. I would say that all the generated airports that they have done are very much improved in what we've seen before, and there's a great deal of intelligence behind it. But I doubt that they have people working on modelling 37,000 airports. Come on guys, think of all you guys in X-Plane. You know, you spend 20-30 quid in an airport, 37,000, how long is that going to take? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Now, having said that, they have kind of shown us how they do model the airports, and there is intelligence behind it, so it's kind of automated. But it's not going to necessarily, your local airport isn't going to look exactly like it would in real life, like this airport in Donegal in Ireland. Now, I've been here and it looks exactly like this, so this was hand modelled. It wasn't kind of procedurally kind of generated. Now, I believe there will be a lot of hand-modelled airports in Microsoft 2020. Anyway, regardless of what I said here, all of the airports are going to look absolutely fantastic, but not all 37,000 of them are going to be hand-modelled. So don't, you know, I'm not listening to that. No, I'm not listening to it. It's nonsense. Nonsense! I hype, it's all, I've done marketing, I did marketing, so yeah. Anyway, I'm distracted by this human walking past the screen. They've got people walking around the airport, and I love the life of the airport. There's buses, there's trucks, there's fuel trucks, there's service vehicles. The windsock, of course, as you would expect, works as it would in the real world. They have included some brilliant bush airports, like this one in Lukla, and many others that are actually handmade, I believe. This is one of my favourite airports here in the Netherlands for Shortfield. Also, the gates. You could request gate connection and reconnection if you're departing or arriving, and all the jetways work. The baggage handlers drive up to the airplane, and all of this used to be in add-on territory for X-Plane 11. You had to pay extra for this stuff, or at least download it. It was a new add-on, or even worse, microtransactions. But this just comes with Flight Sim 2020. It just does. Like, we had to download by the pushback. It just comes with it, with Microsoft. All of this just comes with it. You don't have to download sceneries anymore. You know, you had to download Southern England, just Southern England. And they divided England into 3 parts, so you had to pay for each part anyway. But Microsoft have done a great job, but the whole world is free now. But the airports look absolutely fantastic, they're lively, and by the way, they have real world traffic in the simulation. Not automated traffic, but the actual traffic that is in the real world is brought into the flight simulator. So when you're flying, if you see an airplane on the map, that airplane, let's say the airplane's over Chicago, it's over Chicago with the sim and in the real world. So it integrates your flight into the real world flights, which is just mind-blowing. Which brings me to multiplayer. Multiplayer is very highly featured in Microsoft 2020, they say. You will be able to play online. They call it one shared world. So if I want to play with my friend and take off from London somewhere, he just spawns in that same airport and we go off flying together. Or there can be 10 of us and we can all go flying in the world, which would be actually great for streaming, because I could have a stream and you could all join me and we could all go ballistic and cause havoc in the Flight Simulator world. So the multiplayer has a great deal of options, and I have to say, from what they say, I can't find any faults with it. I really can't find any faults. It's really, really well done, and it's also integrated with real world traffic. Your TCAS systems will work. You have to keep an eye out for each other. You can do formation flying. You can do all the racing competitions for navigation, etc., etc. So it really is vast for multiplayer, which is great news. If you're wondering about seasons, they have shown us this video, and it's a time lapse of an accelerated time lapse of a snow shower over New York, over Central Park, and that indicates to us that they will have seasons. So that's how they announced it. How they'll implement it, I'm not too sure, but I presume if you change the season in the time and day section in Flight Simulator, it will put the snowy areas where it should be. Now, I'm interested in that clip because it shows the winter starting, and I'd love to see these snow showers, but it looks very, very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. They've also hinted that there will be wildlife, most probably just in Africa, I'm guessing, but there has been reports of birds seen from alpha users. So I wonder if we get bird strikes from time to time. We will see. Number 6, sound. Now, I know you probably think this is a funny one, but flight simulators in the past have paid no attention to the sound, completely disregarding the fact that when you're flight simming, you've got 3 senses you can use. Your eyes for all that eye candy, your hands for your controllers, but that's up to you to what controllers and buttons and switches you buy, and the sound. The sound is pretty damn big in flying in the real